first we understood what XML contains, and second we also understood in order to read the data from an XML file, what has to be considered in the context of Informatica Cloud. So what is required here? We need to create hierarchical schema. Then once you are done with that, then we can start making use of XML data as input, which will get mapped to hierarchical schema, so that we could able to pull the data that we discussed, I guess, right? So, but what in order to create a hierarchical schema, we also know that like how what you call descriptor, which is XML schema definition will be used in order to create that. And prior to that, we have also talked about like how one can understand XSD file, right? That would contain key value pairs. So we need to understand like the schema, root node, child node, and then grandchild node. Underneath, we can have n number of attributes, right? So which means we need to make sure that whether we could able to configure linear structure or hierarchical structure or hierarchical structure, depending upon what would be expected by the business side. We need to start building this particular structure in accordance with that. Yeah. And once we are done with that, then we need to make sure that data is in synchronized with what we have within this structure. Then only you could able to pull the data. I think we have seen one-to-one correspondence between the XML data and also XML schema definition, which is hierarchical schema. And we could able to map and get the job done so that we could able to pull the data from an XML without any issues, right? So that part we have done it clearly. In case if anybody has got any questions, please let me know, guys. We can get into that.
I'm fine. I don't have any question.
How about others? Pulla Sagar.
Yeah, I'm also fine.
Okay, fine. Pulla, are there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Fine. So now let's start getting into another concept. What is that? Other way, in the sense, let us say we get linear data or relational data from one or more source systems. In such cases, how are we going to translate or convert this relational data or linear data to what? Hierarchical data. For instance, yeah,
So,
yes.
Rashima, in like real project, the XSD will be given, right? We don't need to create that.
It depends. See, if the project, if the team has got a well-structured team, like a data modelers
Mhm.
and also developers, testers, so it is if it is well-structured, right? You are right. But
Mhm.
most of the projects, developer they themselves have to take care. You will get a requirement in the form of what document. It's a requirement document or whatever we call, right? So,
Okay.
but yes, we have to take the responsibility of creating this XSD, then followed by data. Data part, you'll get it. Based on the
Mm.
data, you can create metadata, which is XSD. Sagarika.
Okay.
Fine? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So usually that should be done by the modeling team actually. But yes, if they are not there, then we can take care. Yeah. But anyway, right? We understood how to get
Yes.
it created, right? Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Now, let us say we got multiple flat files or multiple relational tables, or let us say we have got hybrid. which contains what? One is a file, second is a table, third is an application, and fourth is a mainframe system, right? Which means we can take or we can express the relational data in multiple forms. Remember that it's not mandatory that we expect the complete input data in the form of what? Flat files. Yeah. So one could be a file, second could be a table, third could be a Salesforce application or any other CRM application, and fourth could be even maintenance. But as a solution provider, we need to know how we could able to pull the data from multiple types of source systems and get it configured so that we could able to read the data from heterogeneous source systems, right? That's one way to look at in reality. Yeah. Now, now the question, there could be what you call, let's take n number of files example, assuming that we are dealing with homogeneous source system data. Homo means similar, like file, table, application, mainframe, like that. So that's where this particular homogeneous type of source system would come in. Assuming that we are dealing with homogeneous source system, especially plot files. Now the question, how to read the data from multiple flat files where they have been interlinked. For example, let us say there is a one parent file or a master file. Another one is going to be child file or detail file. Yeah. Child detail both are same, guys. Yeah. Master parent both are same. Remember that. Yeah. Now the question, how do you make multiple files to talk to each other? So for that, we have to build the relationships between them. Yes or no? Yeah. So in order to build, so we have to have the source system data which has got linkage between or among those files. Then only we can build the relationships between them. Yes or no? Yeah. For example, let us say there is a telecom data. Yeah. So like any kind of what you call telecom service providers. Forget about India or some other country. Yeah. Now the question: do we have any linkage of this particular telecom service provider with others or not? If yes, what could be that? That's a one thing. Let us take another simple example. And let us say there is a department data, and then in one file, in other file, we got employee data. Now the question, do we have any relationship between employee data and department data or not? For instance, let's say there is a department number in a master file and department number in a detailed file, which is employee. Master, let's say department. Now, usually, if you take any organization, every employee should be associated to one or another department or one or more departments. Yes or no? In such cases, department number is going to play very key role in order to make these two files like master file and detail file to talk to each other. Remember that. Yeah. So which means we have to have at least one column or one field or one key to make these two files to interact with each other. Remember that. Yeah. So which means in order to build XML file, which is going to be the target file, right? So we have to have this kind of relationships or linkage. Then only we could able to build what we call hierarchy or XML. XML means what? XML, in XML, data would be represented in the form of what? Tree or hierarchy. So we all know that, right? Yes or no? So which means in order to build this particular hierarchy, so in the source systems also we expect the corresponding relationships. Remember that. So I've just given one example between the employees and department. And also I talked about in telecom industry how we can have the relationship. Likewise, you can think of many industries. Like for example, if you take any manufacturing industry, assuming that they're producing different products of different shapes. Yes or no? Now the question, we need to build the relationship between or among n number of products. For example, if you take one department where they are producing, let us say, the product of this particular CPUs. It's if you take some other department where they are producing keyboards. Now, what is the linkage between these two category, product category? So, which means all the products of keyboards will be sent to one particular group. All the products of CPUs would be sent to some other product group. This is another example where we can think of using input data from different sources and build relationship, and as a result of it, you'll get to see XML file, right? And then we could also think pharma industry also. In pharma also it's the same, guys. Let us say if we have pharma one, where they produce what? Medication one, like a paracetamol. If you take pharma two, where they produce what? Paracetamol plus crocin and calpol and so on. Let us take this example. In this case, what is the linkage between these two uh, companies, pharma one, pharma two? Type of medication. That's it. If you have product type, which is a paracetamol, paracetamol, in both the pharma companies, they are producing a product of similar type. Yes or no? In such cases, also you can start building the linkage between these two pharma companies. Yeah. So likewise, we can think of many examples, not necessarily manufacturing industry or pharma industry or telecom industry or simple organization, whatever. Right? If not, we can think of many business scenarios where there is a need to build the linkage between or among multiple medias, which is multiple sources, and build XML. Now they can ask question. We already have the data which is interlinked in the form of what? Flat file. So why do you need to convert that to XML? Can someone answer this question? The reason is what? Remember. Yeah, you want to say something, Samantha? Yeah,
No.
the reason is what? Yeah, XML is one of the international accepted specification which works across n number of platforms. For example, let us say we have created XML output in Windows platform. Can it be migrated or can it be used in Macintosh or Unix platform or some other platform without any change? Answer is yes. That's where internationalization comes in. In the sense, this particular XML is one of the unified or international accepted specification which works across n number of platforms without any change. Remember that. That is why one of the most media that we use, especially for metadata XML, nowadays people are also using this XML or JSON as what the media to take care of data also. Yeah. Anyway, we are going to see some more examples XML as well as JSON in order to deal with what? Real time data transaction, right? So, which means what? So, the reason why we use XML we know, and how to pull the data from multiple relational sources we know, how to build a linkage also we know, and how to get it translated to XML also we understood, right? So, these things we are going to do on today's topic. In the sense, we need to, when it comes to syntax in Informatica Cloud, it is more or less similar to what we did in the last session. Like for example, first of all, we need to build hierarchical schema, and second, use that schema for multiple sources, and then we need to start making use of hierarchy builder in order to make multiple sources to talk to each other. Remember that. So we use hierarchy builder. Once we are done with that, result of that will be sent to a target. The target will be what? We can have any text file or XML, doesn't matter, but preferably extension should be, let's say, XML. Yeah. So that's what we do as part of this particular hierarchy builder. Yeah. So now let us try doing it practically so that you'll understand much better. Fine. So please try to share your desktop, uh, Umesh.
Yes. Nice one.
Yeah, please share it.
Okay. Data integration. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Yes. So what happened? Server is not ready. Yeah.
I don't know why. Not all services are running for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting this error.
Let us see that.
I checked secure agent is running under services, but
Okay, it is down. Huh? Can you please
Mhm.
go to services list? Go to start runs at MSC.
Okay.
Yes. Search for Informatica secure agent.
Yes.
Type I. Stop. Stop. There are two ways to fix this problem. One, we can stop and start. And second, we can look at the log and see what went wrong and get it fixed. Because this is an environment issue, right? So yeah, you can start again.
Okay. And it takes
Yeah.
time, right?
Yes,
It
yes, it
will
takes
take
time.
time at the Informatica level.
Yes. Probably just close. Yeah, this takes time, maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting up now. You see, it
Done.
was error before.
Okay. So meantime, if you have any questions, right, from anybody, you can try to ask them. Yeah. So yeah. So let me try to compare this with other ETL tools. Remember, guys, when it comes to features, right, Informatica is not that great. Yeah. So, but whatever feature they support, right, they have got very good maintenance. Yeah. For example, we have got other ETLs too that we have in the market, right? Like Pentaho data integration. Yes or no? Which is one of the open source ETL tool, right? So
Mhm.
that supports what I call many databases, like open source databases and also commercial databases, which is not the case with what Informatica. Informatica supports only limited databases. Yeah. So that's one thing. And second thing, Uh, if you take PDI, which is Pentaho Data Integration, it supports variety of source systems. Yeah, like for example, CSV, text file, relational tables, XMLs, JSON, serialization, deserialization, and also generate of random data. Then ESRI, and also cloud, and also what you call shared file system. Yeah, there are multiple things in database itself. It supports more than 100 databases. So, which is not the case with Informatica. Yeah. So not only that, when it comes to what options, right? So Pento has got much more options over Informatica. Yeah. So now you can ask question. Though we have these many things, why the people are still using Informatica? Because in maintenance wise, Informatica is much better compared to Pentaho. Pentaho is open source, right? So, and that too, product is not that stable. Yeah. So these are the two reasons why people won't prefer to go with what open source tools, mainly maintenance part. Yeah. With respect to features wise, yes, Penta has got much more. For example, we can also compare this with the OpenAI. I think we talked about artificial intelligence, right? So which means open source where you have too many capabilities. That's where AI is heading towards, right? A bunch of tools that we have in the market, and each tool has got its own positives and negatives, right? And that's why it's evolving like anything in exponential manner. Yeah. So today, if you have done something, tomorrow there'll be many other things. That much of evolution is happening in the space of artificial intelligence. Yeah. Same way in PDI also, Pentaho also, there are lots of things that has happened in one Pentaho itself, in the sense one PDI itself. We can take care of integration, quality, profiling, reporting, all that. But in IICS, yes, we can take care of profiling, quality, integration, MDM, but reporting wise, it's not that great. Yeah. So Pento is leading in that space also. Yeah. But yeah, now you can try to check, Umesh.
Okay.
Try to refresh it.
Okay. It's fine.
Ready? Yeah.
So where could we check logs if in case it was an issue? Then log
Yeah.
audit log.
There is,
Right.
yes. We have
Okay.
got, this is the one. Yeah. Not only that, we have got backend logs, server side log also. I'll talk about it. We'll talk about debugging. Like we
Okay.
have got
Okay.
info agent log, we have got
Okay.
agent core log. Yeah, these two logs we need to look at, and Tomcat
Perfect.
logs. Yeah, right.
Okay.
So now, yeah, now let's go to File Explorer and understand the data. Yeah, I think you all have got these sample files, right? So, I think I've sent it to everyone, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, now you can see there are two files, right? SEQ names and SEQ name details from last, second, and third.
Yes.
SEQ names is what? Master data. SEQ name detail is what? Detailed data. Can you see
Correct.
here? In this file, we got a company name and address, like a First National Bank, Jackson Industry. These are the two company names. Yes or no? Now try
Yes.
to open another file and see whether we have got similar column. Yeah. Try to put next to each other.
Okay.
Just drag it to the right. Yes. Yeah. Can you see, guys? If you look at in the right side, it's a master, left side, detail. So we've got what name, right? Which is a company name. First National Bank, there are 3 rows, and Jackson Industry, there are 2 rows. Yeah. So we can say that name is going to be the key column between these two sources, because we can also see the data is getting matched, right? For every master, we've got multiple detailed records in the detailed data table, right? Yes or no? Like First
Correct.
National Bank, there's a one master data in SAQ names, and in SAQ name details, you can see what there are 3 detailed records, which means there is going to be 1 to 3 correspondence between the master and detailed data. Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes.
So that's it. Same concept holds good even for what other companies like a Jackson Industry. There is one entry in SEQ names and 2 entries in the detail. Yeah. So which means, but we can have any number of files. Here we are trying to understand 2 files with the linkage between them. Yes or no? Yeah. So
Okay.
now we understood what this particular source data contains. These are the relational data, right? Yes or no? Now the question, how do you convert this particular relational data to what? Hierarchical data or tree form data. To get there, we have got hierarchy builder transformation to get it done, right? The prerequisite to get there is what? We need to create what again hierarchical schema based on the structure. Yeah, again, please go to File Explorer. See, we need to understand what is XSD, right? Yeah, in order to deal with this kind of data. Yes or no? You can open
Yes.
s.xsd. Yes.xsd. Yesterday, I
One
think.
second. Where
Yes,
is that?
yes,
This one. Yes.
yes.
Okay.
I think yesterday we have already talked about it. So can you see here version, schema, followed by what is the root element here? Employees. Under that, you can see name, address, employee. Within employee, we have got employee ID, department, subdivision. Within subdivision, we can see building and room, which means so input data should be expressed in the form of what we have within this schema definition. Yeah, I think this part we understood yesterday, but if you have any questions, please let me know so that we can discuss on this structure before we get into the actual data.
No, this is fine. I am
Fine.
okay.
So, yeah. So now if you look at this data, right, name, which is a company name we saw, right? First National Bank. Yes or no? That's an example. And we have also seen address. Yeah. So high level address, we have seen it in what? Master, and detail address, we have seen it in what? Child data table or child file. And employee, we have seen employee ID and building, room, all that. Probably can try to open detail file, SEQ name detail, right? Where you can see subdivision, building, room, all that. Yeah. SEQ name details. Yeah. Can you see guys here? So building room, last two columns, right? Yes or no? Yeah. Building room, right? And we can also see department, third from the last. We can also see employee ID, which is 122 261, whatever, right? And in XST also we can see employee ID. Yes or no? And name column, we have seen it already, right? Yes or no? Yeah. Now when it comes to address, right? In SEQ names, you can see that. Yes or no?
Yes.
You can open that SEQ names also, Umesh.
One second. It is. Uh-oh.
Yes. Can you see here in this you can see name address. So in XST also we can see address, name address, right? Yes or no? That's it. So I think now we understood all the fields that we have in two files, right? We could able to see them in XSD. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Now we have got a descriptor ready, which is a definition ready, and source data is ready. Now the next question is what? We just have to use these two inputs, which is the data and also definition as input, to configure one hierarchical schema, second usage of hierarchy builder. These two things we are going to do now, right? Now let's go to Informatica Cloud. Yeah, components and create hierarchical schema based on s.xsd. You can put underscore hierarchy builder.
Okay.
Narsimha, now we are trying to do with the normal TXT file, we are generating the XML file. Is that correct?
Perfect. Text to XML.
Okay. Save it. Root is employees. Yes.
Yes, perfect. Right. That's what we have, right? You can just
Yes.
verify it in XSD. Employees is a root, right? Yes or no?
Yes, employees is a root.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So under that we got substructure like complex type sequence, then attributes, right? Yeah, that's
Correct.
correct. Now you can just close this. So two sources, one more source.
Yes.
You can just configure both
Yes. Meanwhile,
source
you can
one,
keep.
source.
Yes. If you have anything to explain.
Yeah, yeah. So like normally, right, in database, right, in order to make multiple DB objects like a table one and table two to interact with each other, right? What do? We build the linkage based on what? Primary key of one table that should become as foreign key to another table. Yes or no? Same
Correct.
thing we could also do it even with files also over here. Remember that. Yeah. So that company name on one file that should become as foreign key to company name in second file. That's it. Yeah. Because name is going to be the common column between these two files. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do we join these data sets first, Narasimha?
No, we can directly use hierarchy builder.
Okay.
It itself would take the responsibility of one, building a linkage, and
Okay.
second, forming an XML. Yeah.
We'll see. Okay. Perfect. Incoming fields.
No, you need
Field.
to connect both the
You need to
sources to
connect both
hierarchy
the
builder.
Yes.
sources, yeah.
Yeah.
Both the sources to hierarchical builder.
Yes.
Yes, fine. Now let's go to hierarchy builder. Now remember, what is the expectation here? Output, right? So we need to go to output settings. Yesterday we talked about input settings, right? Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now click on select hierarchy builder. Yes. Yeah.
Precision. Okay. Omit. Null values. Omit. Data string. Write to file. Okay.
Yes. That's
Click on
optional.
this
Uh,
option.
yeah, that's optional. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Output
because
file.
we are creating a target, right?
No, yeah, exactly. We are going to do that. So you can ignore this. No, no, no. You can uncheck this.
Okay.
Uh, Now let's go to mapping workspace and connect all the dots like a source one to hierarchy builder, source two to hierarchy builder to a target.
Are you saying from here?
Yeah, from first two sources to hierarchy builder. Let's go from left to right. Yeah. Yes. Now connects from hierarchy builder to. Yeah. Now it's not working because it is expecting some prerequisite as part of hierarchy builder. Let us do that. Yeah.
Correct.
So go to input settings now. Nothing, right? Sorted
Mhm.
input. If you have any sorted stuff. Anyway, we are not doing it, so we don't need to enable that. Go to output settings now. Output setting, no change, but go to output settings. Yes, this is same, but no change. Field mapping. This is where we need to do. Yeah. Now expand left side and right side both.
Okay.
Yeah, can you see in the right side? It is expecting some format like a name, address, employee, subdivision. Expand subdivision also. Yeah, expand room also. Yes, correct, right? So is this hierarchy or tree is matching with XSD? Answer is yes, right? Because we created this based on XSD only, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, yeah, click on that key button. Against company name key button. Right? Click on that. Can you see here? This is a primary key. Let's say this is a primary key. Say okay.
Which key button you pressed? Oh, okay, the
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 first
right.
one here.
Okay.
You see
Yeah,
this
and then
key showing up.
yeah, and then under source one again click on name, source one, and then key again. Here
Okay.
foreign key,
Foreign key.
foreign key.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah. So foreign key to source. First one is your primary key with the source one, right? That's it.
Yes.
So this way we can build a linkage. Now we can map it. Company name to name,
So
company name to name, name. Place it
Cannot.
on the name. Drag and drop it onto the name.
yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, there you go. Now it goes. Okay.
Similarly, address to address. Yes. That's also same thing. Yeah.
Okay. So it's saying 6 of 7 fields map because we did not map this name here, which was already defined as a foreign key.
Yeah, that's fine.
At
Right?
the target level, we have. Okay, this is fine.
Common key column, right? Yeah.
Correct. Now, output setting. No,
Yeah. Now you can just map some
I'm
hierarchy
trying to
build.
map, but it's not letting me for some reason.
It can't. It should come now. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Now you can configure target.
Now you have to give the extension .xml here.
Yes. But extension just optional actually. But any extension is fine. But you'll get a result in the form of XML.
Okay.
Yeah. Even text is also okay. Yeah. Yes. We have two rows, huh?
Correct. Yes. First, National Bank. Louis Road is the
Yes.
address. All.
Address, right?
Yes.
Or I can just compare source data with output.
Yeah, let me
See
bring
whether.
the source data here. Source detail file. This one.
Right. And also in names also, header also, which contains address, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Now the first thing is what bank name. That is matching, right?
Yes.
And second address. You can see 874 Louis Road. Yes or no? You
Yes.
can see that. And then next is employee. Then details file, right? Employee is what? 1, 2, 2. Yes or no? First row,
Yes.
right? 1, 2 is there, right?
Yeah.
Then yes or no?
Yes.
Vikla,
Yeah.
Yeah,
department trade,
yes.
trade department, right? So you can see one trade here. Yeah. Then we on the left side you can see building 6, right? Building 6,
Mm-hmm.
first row, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
153 is a room. Room number is 1532. That's it. Yeah. So one row uh, from one header. Now we can also see employee ID is what? 261. The same bank. There are three rows, right? You can see 3 rows. 261 credit and 62251. Yes or no?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now another one, which is 431, right? Yeah. Credit 65312. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This complete thing is going to be one row. Yes or no?
Yes.
Internally, it contains three sub rows. These sub rows are derived from detail file, right? Yes or no?
Correct.
Yeah. So now we can also compare second set, which is from Jackson Industry. Yes. Yeah, you can just verify that.
So the next record is tagged with another XML version like this header. I thought this would just be generated one time only.
This is XML version, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for every row, there will be a header and followed by data. That's what it follows. But yes, what you said is also right. One header, n number of records. That's what you're saying, right?
Correct.
Yes, that's fine actually. This is also okay. Yeah,
Okay. No, the data is fine correctly. Yeah. No.
yeah, that is fine, right? Yeah. Remember, what type of data here you can see? It is a string. I think we have seen in output settings, right? Type is what string. Where is this string here? It is enclosed with a double quotes. Look at here. See, open double quote before XML open tag, right? Yes or no? Then close double quote after employees. Remember that. Yes or
Tell
no?
me one thing, please, Nachiva. So the precision, right? If in case the detailed data has a precision, does it take the precision at each record level? The high,
Precision is basically for length of each field.
each field. Okay. So for each
Exactly.
field, it is taking the maximum that length, whatever the standard default length.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So on double quotes we saw, right? String we have seen, and within a string, multiple records also we have seen it. Yes or no?
Yes.
That's it. Yeah. So that's it about hierarchy builder. Yeah. I hope I made it clear. If not, ask questions.
No, I think this is. I'm fine with that. I'm not sure.
Yeah. How about others? Sajarika,
Uh,
Vikula.
yeah, I have a question. So is it always like so basically we have seen like the data is like primary table, primary key and then foreign key attribute, two files like two tables and then joining in the hierarchy builder, right? So
Hmm.
um I mean like is this always this scenario, or we can even do the XML with single file?
Logically, see, yeah, single we can do it, but it doesn't make sense, right? Yes or no? So if we have n number of sources where they have been interlinked,
Mm-hmm.
then we can use primary key foreign key relationship, right, Vikula? Yes or
Yeah,
no? Or else primary key foreign key relationship is not required. Yes, what you said is right. We can have simple text file which will be converted to XML. That's what you're saying, right?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to
That
understand.
is possible. That's very much like XML generator we have, right, in Power Center. So
Yes, yes.
then that's equal to that, which is text to XML. Yeah. So in that case, we are not applying any intelligence over there. So here we are trying to apply like a clear model which has got built-in intelligence from AI, right? Yeah. So that's where this relationship across multiple sources would come in. Vipula. That is only a subset. See, if it has taken care with the two sources, right? One anyway is a subset, right? To it would take care. Yeah.
But
Okay.
even with the one file, we have to use hierarchical builder, right? To
We can
generate.
do that, yes. Yeah, we can use it, but usually, so we'll try to utilize the power of hierarchy builder while dealing with more than one source system. Yeah, but simple text to XML, right? We can also use what there is another transformation, which is XML result itself to take care of it. Yeah, but yes, we can still use hierarchy builder, but it's overhead. Remember this. Yeah. So see, if you could able to take care of converting text to XML through some other means without any complexity, we could do it. So we have got another transformation which we call structure builder. Using that also we can take care. We'll get there anyway. So which is a bit what you call simpler or easier than compared with what hierarchy builder. Because hierarchy builder, though you don't build any relationships, right? By default, there is a pre-built framework. It would contain what you call relationship, which is already built. That will have some overhead. We can cut down that overhead by using what another transformation. But but it would also take care of single source system. That is there always. But we should all see because we are all experienced people, right? We should think not only functionality, we should also think performance also, right? Yes or no? Yeah. In that perspective, it is not advisable to make use of hierarchy builder. Yeah. But still, we can use it if we don't care about performance. Got right?
Yes.
No, yeah, this is very good thing, Narsimha. So you are see right now the data we are dealing is just for a couple of rows. So um,
If you have large volume of data, right,
yeah, yeah.
then
How does it
you
work?
will see some performance issues. Yes.
So does it create any catchy files in the backend for the
That is
hierarchy?
always there. See, yeah. Remember, if you take any Informatica Cloud transformation, right, for
Mm-hmm.
everything, there is going to be inbuilt in memory, cache, buffers. These three things would be used for most of the transformations. Epula. That's a common thing. But there are some special transformations where we would be taking the help from intermediate storage media, which we call disk. Yeah. Example sorter, where we use what disk to store temporary files for in-transit operations. Yeah.
So when we have the performance issues with the builder, like if you are dealing like if I'm doing dealing with the millions of records or something like that, the input data. So how do you overcome the performance
That's
issues?
why we have got other transformation to take care of it, like a structured parser I was trying to talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can use that directly. Yeah.
So in cloud right
For
now,
example,
yesterday we covered hierarchy parser and then hierarchy builder. These are the two XML related transformations that we have in IICS. Is that correct?
no, we also have got one more structured parser also. Actually, structured parser will take care of many formats: XML, JSON, Avro, Parquet, and other big data formats also. Remember that. Yeah. So we can say that it's similar to data processor transformation in Power Center, because data processor also would take care of multiple formats, right? Which includes structured formats and also unstructured formats. So we can say that structured processor transformation is similar to data processor transformation in Power Center or data quality. Good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, we are going to see that as we go on, right?
Yeah, okay, sure.
So yeah, so that's it about hierarchy builder. I think with this we'll stop for the day, because if we start new topic, it will take longer time. Yeah.
Nachima, I have something to ask. So you shared the shared folder, right? I don't
Hmm.
see the download option. Is it like when I click
I
on the
think looks like they have. Yeah, I'll do one thing, Vipula.
mm,
So I'll try to share the downloadable links, yeah, but you need to give me some time. For now, I can just play and practice. Yeah.
okay.
So I'll
Yeah,
just
I just
make this
wanted
thing
to
ready.
download
Yeah.
them and save them. Yeah. Yeah, you can share whenever you have time, maybe sometime later.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
right now I can listen to them. And one more thing I actually forgot to ask. Yeah. So yesterday you were sharing the source files, right? That you asked me that I did. I didn't get them. Can you share them again?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I'll
didn't
do.
get. Yeah, yeah.
Vipula, one sec. Your mail ID is what?
Vipula Vaddi
I
at the
think
rate
I
of
said
Gmail.
some Vipula Vadi, right?
Yes.
I think I
What is the
sent
subject
it.
line? Just wanted to know because I don't see anything. The source files.
I think hierarchy. Yeah. I don't know what I gave. Maybe let me check to see.
The last one I
Hierarchy
got is
sample files.
with the link hierarchy
Hierarchy
sample.
sample files.
I didn't get that.
Anyway, I
I
sent it
just
again.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Fine then. Yeah. Okay, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is
Yeah,
holiday,
thank
right?
you.
Actually, next week I have some corporate discussion. So, but yes, in case if you have any discussion on Monday, right? I'll just send an email. Yeah. So about the
Do we
update.
have
Yeah.
session tomorrow, Friday?
Tomorrow is Saturday, right? Yeah. No.
Yeah, Saturday
So
for you.
yeah, we'll have it next week. But next week from Monday, I don't know whether we'll have it or not, because I have some corporate discussions. So yes, in case if I cancel them, right, then we can have it, or else we can have it on next weekend for long hours to cover this gap. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think we should cover some on the weekends so that we
Yeah,
can.
weekends we can have it so that we can cover all the gaps. I think we had a gaps in year end
If it
also,
is
right?
fine for the other members and Narshima for you, weekends maybe we can have 2 hour session so that at least if it is
Yes.
fine
Yeah,
for the
probably we
you,
can do one thing. 3 to 4 hours we can have it on weekends so that we can cover all the gaps.
correct. Yeah, and we can move quickly. Yes, correct.
Yeah,
If it
is
is
that
fine
okay
with
to
the
everyone?
Yeah, sure. Tomorrow we don't have, but you are saying you'll be confirming on Monday whether we
Next
have
week.
it or not,
I think
correct?
we can have next weekend to cover all the gaps. So till then,
Okay.
you just can practice of what we discussed so far. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Actually,
Just give us an
I have
update.
a request. In case if you're doing it long hour next weekend, so can we do it in your night time, Nashima?
That
Uh,
is fine. That's also fine to me. Probably we can
because
start, let
daytime
us say, around 9 p.m. IST till 11 o'clock we can go. Yeah.
yeah, I think that is fine.
yeah, early morning like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock is fine for me.
No,
So we can
you
move.
can just confirm the timings. So
We will confirm the
any
time.
time is fine for me. Like 6 p.m. IST we can, or let's say 8 p.m. IST we can start until 12 or 1 o'clock we can go 4 to 5 hours. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
All right then.
Fine.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So next
Fine.
class is
Thank you.
Tuesday, you said, or Monday? You will
I'll
let
drop
us
an
know.
email about the
Okay,
next session. Yeah.
okay, fine. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Bye.
much. Thank you everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.